Thank you very much. Thank you for being here with us this morning.
Now you have a big audience.
I have a big audience. I'm very happy.
You manifested.
Very, very happy. Very grateful that you are here. So we'll go for a pure nectar this morning. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
We are reading this morning from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the verse, we are in the 10th chapter of Adilila, and the verse is number 15. Bhadasaka Kadadara Pandita Gosani
Madhasaka Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
Dino Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Sama Kehanaim
Lakshmi Rupa Samaki
Bhadasaka Kadadhara Pandita Gosani
Madhasaka Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
Dino Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Sama Kehanaim
Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samaki Ranai
Vadasaka Kadadara Pandita Gosani
Madhasaka Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
Teno Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samake Hanai
Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samaki Ranai Badashaka Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
Vadasaka Kadadara Pandita Gosani
Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samaki Ranai
Teno Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samake Hanai
Madhasaka Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
Vadasaka Gadadara Pandita Gosani Teno Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samake Hanai
Madhasaka Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
Vadasaka Gadadara Pandita Gosani
Lakshmi Rupananda Samake Hanani
Teno Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samake Hanai
Madhasaka Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
Vadasaka Gadadara Pandita Gosani
Lakshmi Rupananda Samake Hanani
Teno Lakshmi Rupa Tanra Samake Hanai Okay. We are reading the translation word by word. Vadasaka,
Badashaka
big branch.
Big branch
Gadadhara Pandita Gosani,
Gadadhara Pandita Goswami
the descendants of disciplic succession of Gadadhara Pandita.
Descending of the succession of Gadadhara Pandita.
Teno, Gadadhara Pandita. Lakshmi Rupa, incarnation of the pleasure potency of Lord Krishna.
Incarnation of the pleasure potency.
Dhanra, his.
Is
Sama, equal. Keha, anyone. Nal, there is none.
there is none.
Translation. Gadadhara Pandita, the fourth branch, is described as an incarnation of the pleasure potency of Sri Krishna. No one, therefore, can equal him. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the Gaura Ganodesha Dipika, verses 147 through 153, it is stated, the pleasure potency of Sri Krishna, formerly known as Vrindavaneshwari, is now personified in the form of Sri Gadadhara Pandita, in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Swarupa Damodara Goswami has pointed out that in the shape of Lakshmi, the pleasure potency of Krishna, she was formerly very dear to the Lord as Shyama Sundara Vallabha. The same Shyama Sundara Vallabha is now present as Gadadhara Pandita. Formerly, as Lalita Sakhi, she was always devoted to Srimati Radharani. In the 12th chapter of this part of Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a description of the descendants of the cyclic succession of Gadadhara Pandita. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. I wanted to share something with you. Some short time ago, I discovered this beautiful app about Mayapur. Welcome to Mayapur Dham. Does anyone have this on their phone? No? Okay, then it's fun. So when you have this app, you can go on pilgrimage to Sri Mayapur Dham, and you can discover all the holy places of Navadvip. There's really many things that you can go and check. But there is this section which is called Learn. The section is called Learn. And when we started to read these chapters describing the tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somehow, I don't remember how, but somehow, maybe through friends or somehow, I received the possibility to see this tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu elaborated by the devotees of Mayapur. And so there is this part here, it's called Chaitanya tree. And when you press this, then you go directly to that. Now, hopefully our internet functions. Before it opened, now when you want to open it, maybe it doesn't open. So just a moment. And you can see this beautiful tree as it is made by the devotees, and you can definitely something is not really working with our internet, as we can imagine. And just a few days before, when Kamalasita was asking me to give the lecture, I was opening again the tree. I wanted to see it. And as I opened it, I somehow pressed number 4. There are numbers on the tree which you can press. No? Om Tat Sat. It's not opening. And then Srila Prabhupada started singing this verse. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's number 4 is Gadadhar Pandit. So I wanted so much to make you
Give me a phone and I can see.
to make you hear Srila Prabhupada sing, because for each devotees connected, each number with Srila Prabhupada reading the verse, describing the personality, and then also you can go down from the description, and there is also the whole disciplic succession, like all the names of followers of, for example, Gadadhar Pandit. So you can read, and it is written that just by reading those names, you have achieved everything you need to connect with the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beautiful and astonishing, amazing tree of love of Godhead. And it's beautiful because it has these 2 big branches, and one is Advaita Acharya and one is Nityananda Prabhu. And then there are all the side branches. I don't remember exactly how many numbers are there, but some, and then there are also on the roots the numbers which you can press for each sannyasi that was described as a root of this tree. So it's very, very beautiful. And today is also a very beautiful day because we are starting. Oh, we hope. I have your internet.
You have this internet.
I have this one. Okay. Let's hope we can. Yes. It looks, maybe you cannot see it really very good. It looks like this. There's a little tree here. And then it's written Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the eternal tree of love of Godhead.
What's the name of that?
That's Sridhar Mayapur, yes. ISKCON Mayapur. ISKCON Mayapur, yes. I don't think there is a more complicated name. So it's written simply by remembering the names of all these branches and some branches of the 3 trunks I have described, Nityananda, Advaita, and Gadadhara, one attains freedom from the entanglement of material existence. Simply by remembering the names of all these Vaishnavas, one can attain the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Indeed, simply by remembering their holy names, one achieves the fulfillment of all desires. And then you come to the point where it's written interactive tree. Interactive tree roots, eastern branches, western branches, and Puri and Varanasi. So we go to the interactive tree. Hopefully functions. Again, it's not opening so fast. we have some technical. We have some.
No, you should have. Yeah, maybe it's just.
Sunday morning. Okay. Anyway, if it opens, we will hear Srila Prabhupada. In the meantime, we will just. I was so eager to show you this tree because it is something you can have always with you, and explore. Like the songs, Vaishnava songs, I like so much that app where there are all the songs and poems of the Vaishnava Acharyas. So today we are discussing a little bit. We are discussing a little bit about Gadadhar Pandit, but I wanted to also dedicate a part of the lecture to Julan Yatra and tell you a few pastimes on which you could meditate while singing Radha and Krishna. Now my tree is not opening. I'm so sorry. It looks like you will have to explore that by yourself. So we know that Gadadhar Pandit is one of the most important intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is always present in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. He appeared just shortly after Lord Chaitanya's appearance. And in the beginning, his name was Gadai. Then later he became Gadadhar Pandit. So Gadai, from the early age, was always found at the side of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were very, very affectionate to each other. And there are beautiful exchanges of their relationship, which is it is important to understand that the relationship is completely transcendental. The affection, they would express their affection to each other very openly, and they would even sleep in the same place, and everybody was very much aware that their relationship was completely transcendental. There was nothing material, no tinge of some kind of material conception in that relationship. And I found a beautiful passage here in this book, which is Sri Panchatattva, the 5 features of God, where there is a description of Gadadhar Pandit. It's beautiful, it's very long. And you can really go deeply to that understanding of who was Gadadhar Pandit. I'm going to read you a few passages which I was really eager to share with you. So, according to some worshippers of Gaur Gadadhar, there is a moment when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is experiencing a very deep emotions in his personal attachment to Krishna. So maybe we can read that passage so you understand the next one. One day, Gadadhara brought palm leaves for Mahaprabhu's pleasure. He came before the Lord in a mood of great excitement and anticipation. When the Lord saw him, he asked, "Where is my Krishna in his beautiful yellow dress?" Gadadhara was speechless. What could he say? Seeing the Lord's anxiety and perplexity, his own heart was torn apart. Gadadhara responded with care, "Krishna is always resting in your heart." Unexpectedly, when Mahaprabhu heard Gadadhar's answer, he began to tear his own chest with his fingernails. Gadadhar hurriedly, I don't know this word, hurriedly, fast, oh yeah, like with a hurry, took hold of his hands and tried to calm him down with a variety of pacifying statements. He said, "Krishna is coming right now. Please, just relax." Nimai's mother was watching the entire exchange and became very pleased with the tolerant and loving way in which Gadai dealt with a difficult situation. She thought, "This mere child has been able to pacify him. Out of fear, I have been unable to even go near him." After thinking like this, she said to Gadadhar directly, "Dear child, stay always by Nimai's side. Don't ever leave him to go anywhere else." So now comes the passage I wanted to share with you. According to some worshippers of Gaur Gadadhar, Shachi's above request was the reason Radha took a male body. In Narottam Das Prarthana, Radha is depicted as praying for a male body, so she could always remain with Krishna without the fear of being scolded by elders and respectable members of society. This desire had to find an avenue for fulfillment and did ultimately take place in Gauranga Lila. It is said that God is obliged to grant the wishes of all his devotees. And this certainly holds true for the foremost among them all, Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Gadadhar Pandit is the fulfillment of Sri Radha's desire to be born as a male. I found this very beautiful, and for you to understand a little bit more deeply how Krishna is always eager to be surrounded by his devotees and also to fulfill their desires. Let's go to the next passage, which is also here signed. Kavi Karnapura earliest ideas about Gadadhar's relationship to Radha and Krishna can be found in the dramatic play Chaitanya Chandradaya Nataka. Just as a single being has two halves, so the Lord is complete as the potent and the potency. The door is open, so there's some disturbance from talking. I'm so sorry. Sorry for interrupting, but just this distracting me. As the potent and the potency, because the Lord has both aspects to his nature, says Karnapura, he can manifest separately as either male or female according to his desire. Referring specifically to Gadadhara, Karnapura says, since the Lord is both Radha and Krishna, female and male, this personality known as Gadadhara seems to be Sri Radha's girlfriend, Lalita. Either that or the Lord has divided himself in three ways, once as himself, once as Radha, and once again as her girlfriend, who is not different from her own essential nature. So it's very interesting because we have in our purport here, as you have also observed, mentioning Lalita Sakhi as one aspect of now my phone is really making me angry. One aspect of Gadadhar Pandit's personality, which is very interesting. It is transcendental. We cannot really completely comprehend, but we can read about this and take it to the heart, and then we will one day understand it by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Another interesting statement. This was all reconciled theologically by acknowledging Sri Radha's different moods. So it's written, Mahaprabhu is Radha in the mood of separation. Gadadhara is Radha in the mood of Rukmini. Jagadananda Pandita is Radha too in still another mood as what is this word? Infinitum. What means infinitum? Forever. Okay. So Jagadananda Pandit and Jagadananda Pandit is Radha too in a mood of infinitum. Kavi Karnapura ultimately concedes too that Gadadhara is Radha, and he states it quite clearly in Gauraganodesha Deepika, which was written after the Chaitanya Chandradaya Nataka, where his initial ideas about Gadadhara can be found. And in this later work, Karnapura makes conclusive statement about the original Vrindavana identities of the various devotees in Chaitanya Lila. He is unequivocal about Gadadhar's Pandit. She, who was previously Prema incarnate, the goddess of Vrindavana, known to all as Sri Radha, is Gadadhara, the beloved of Gaura, who bears the title Pandita. Swarupa Damodara declared him to be the goddess of fortune Lakshmi of Vraja. She, who was previously the goddess of fortune in Vrindavana, the beloved of Shyamasundara Krishna, is now goddess of fortune for Gaura, Gadadhara Pandita. The orthodox conclusion, therefore, is that Gadadhara is both Lalita and Shri Radha. Shri Radha Madan Mohan Kitai, Shri Gornita Kitai. Lalita and Shri Radha, but with a special emphasis on the Radha side of his nature. This Radha Bhava of Gadadhara Pandit became famous in Puri, where he spent a good portion of his manifested pastimes. It's very, very beautiful. But yeah, I would like so much to connect the description of Gadadhar Pandit's personality with the pastimes connected with the swing Julan Yatra that starts today, because we could really go on and on exploring this beautiful text here, which is very helpful to understand Gadadhar Pandit and his role in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, which are for us Gaudiya Vaishnavas the most important. So I wish that you go, I wish I was a little bit kind of provocating you to go deeper in your own studies and find out more about Gadadhar Pandit and his beautiful personality. So now we will go to Vrindavan, because today Julan Yatra starts, and for you who maybe didn't prepare yourself yet for that beautiful meditation, I have 4 pastimes. Let's see, I managed to tell you all of them. And one I'm very, very eager to share with you because it includes Lalita Sakhi. That's the last of it. Okay, so we go. I've heard all of this in a lecture of Dinabandhu Prabhu. Many of you know him. He's a very, very special devotee, and he's always guiding devotees through Vrindavan Dham and revealing the Dham to them. And yesterday I saw, just briefly, because there were too many things to do. There was Dinabandhu Prabhu was presenting his book in the temple in Silicon Valley by Vaisheshika Prabhu. And Vaisheshika Prabhu was glorifying this book, and he said, we will benefit so much, because when we go on pilgrimage and when we visit Holy Dham, Dinabandhu Prabhu will always be there with us in this book and telling us the pastimes. And also for those of us who cannot so easily go to Vrindavan Dham by reading, we can always be there in our meditation. So we are telling you the pastimes of Julan Yatra, and I still remember very clearly this place, which Dinabandhu Prabhu talks first about. It's in Varshana, and it's just somehow we were walking towards the temple of Srimati Radharani through the forest. There was a beautiful path. And then we came to the place where they told us, this is the original swing of Radha and Krishna. It was, in my memory, it was built like really nice stone place where you could hang the swing. And so he says that in this part of the year, when in the beginning of the rainy season, it is a custom that girls who are married and live with their husbands at home, they go to visit their parents. So in that time, Srimati Radharani was in Varshana, and she felt separation from Krishna. So Dinabandhu Prabhu explains first that this is in Varshana, this is the original swing on the place that is called Dangar. And he says that that's in the valley between Varshana hill and the hill which is an incarnation of Krishna. And that hill is called Bilasgar. Bilasgar. He says this is an actually incarnation of Krishna because he can't stay separated from Radha. So between Varshana and Bilangar, there is the valley, and near the narrow passage called Shankarikor, we know the pastime of Shankarikor also, there is that big swing. So in the month of Shravana, just the beginning of the rainy season, the girls go to visit their parents. So when Srimati Radharani came to Varshana, she felt so far away from Krishna. And Sakis, her friends, in order to, bring her mood to a little bit more easy state, they would place her on a swing and sing beautiful songs and offer her various items to make her a little bit more joyful. And so while the Sakis were swinging Radha, the beautiful breezes were coming, and suddenly they saw an unknown Saki coming towards them on the path. And the Saki was very dark, and she had her face covered with a sari, so they couldn't really understand who is she. But they welcome her, and somehow the Saki came immediately near the swing and was standing there. And I think Lalita said, yes, Lalita told her, "My dear sister, why are you standing here? Please come and sit on the swing near our Radha, who is sad." So the Saki sit down, and being so near Radha, Dinabandhu Prabhu says, the heart of Krishna started going too fast. And at one point, he just fainted. He fainted on Radha. And the Sakis got worried, like, what happened to her? And they went there and they started touching her, and they're touching her here, like, come, wake up. And then they feel, oh, this is not soft, this is hard. The chest of this Saki is very hard. And then the flute came out. The flute was hidden. They found the flute. And then they discovered, oh, this is Krishna. And then they unmask Krishna, and very, 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 very happily This was happening on Ekadashi day, like today. And then from the Ekadashi day until the full moon, Julan Yatra is happening every day for them. It's a main pastime. They enjoy. This was number one. Okay? Number two, there is another place at Radhakund where the Jula was hanging, and Dinabandhu Prabhu recalls that that was still visible in the beginning years of his going on pilgrimage. And he said that unfortunately that tree got disturbed by some buildings, and ultimately they cut it down. But the pastime is very beautiful because he said there was a swing which was like one seat here and one seat here. So the who was swinging was opposite to each other. And then when one time Krishna called Srimati Radharani, come to swing with me, she said, no, I'm not coming, you will swing too fast. And then I get afraid. And then he was insisting, no, I will be peaceful, the Sakis will swing us, so don't worry, just come and sit with me. It took some time to convince her, but finally she sat down. And it was all going nicely until one point, Dinabandhu Prabhu explains how Krishna puts his feet in a position that he can control the swing. So he was pushing with his feet, and the swing really started going very, very high up, like touching the sky, it was saying. And Srimati Radharani, of course, got very afraid, and she jumped on Krishna on the other side. From her seat, she jumped and embraced Krishna because she was so afraid. And that was what he wanted. And so he was very happy, and the swing started circling, going in circles. And he said that the branch of that tree was all twisted. It was visible. He saw it. So that was a beautiful pastime. You can meditate on. Then there is one connected to Srila Sanatana Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami was writing a book called Chatu Pushpanjali, the Pushpanjali of 4 flowers. I never heard about this book. This is the first time I hear about it. Very interested. And Sanatana Goswami came to visit him. And he was like, reading a little bit what is Rupa Goswami writing. And Rupa Goswami was explaining in this book, it's a poem where he describes all the beauty of Srimati Radharani, and her face and her all the aspects of her beauty. And he comes on describing her braid, the hair. Now the braid, did I pronounce it properly? The braid.
Braid, yes.
Braid. Yeah, it's up. Yeah. So he described the braid of Srimati Radharani to be like a black cobra, like a black cobra snake. And Sanatana Goswami was a little bit like, are you sure that you should describe her hair as a black cobra? And then Rupa Goswami said, yeah, that's like how I see it, So at that point, Sanatana Goswami started walking around Radhakunda and like meditating on this. And in the little distance, he saw girls playing with a swing. And there was a beautiful girl sitting on the swing, and they were swinging her and, laughing and singing. And at one point, the swing came to such a position that the braid of the girl who was on the swing came up and was looking exactly like a black cobra. And he was like, wow, this is exactly how Rupa Goswami was. And then he was running towards them and wanted to talk with them. And when he came near, he just disappeared. And he understood that he saw the Sakis and Srimati Radharani. So he ran back to Rupa Goswami and told him what he saw. And he said, that's perfect. You just leave it like that. Now this is how it should be. So very, very sweet exchange. in how our Goswamis were writing books. And yeah, we come to the fourth one. We are quite on time. So there is a pastime where it's happening in Lalita Kund. Lalita Kund is near Nandagram. So one time, Krishna was sitting and describing to Srimati Radharani the amazing character of Narada Muni. And he was explaining to her about Narada Muni because he wanted to warn her that whenever she comes somehow in contact with Narada Muni, she should be very careful, like what he says to her. And in a way that he could provoke some kind of tension between them. And then she was saying, yeah, I don't think that will happen. Somehow she wasn't not convinced. So Krishna arranged the pastime. And it is described that one time Krishna was with the Sakis together at Lalita Kund, and they were waiting for Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani was very late. She was somehow, engaged in her putting a makeup, so she was late. And Narada Muni came there and was singing many beautiful songs praising Krishna's pastimes. And Krishna was very pleased. And he said, I'm so pleased with your singing and glorifying. And so let me give you something, some boon, some whatever you want. And Narada Muni said, no, I'm not here to ask for anything. I'm just here, to sing. But Krishna was insisting, no, I really want to give you something. So Narada Muni said, okay, then I want to see one day you and Lalita Saki on the swing, performing pastimes. And Krishna said, Tatastu. So let it be. Very kindly, he gave this blessing to Narada Muni. And actually, I made a little mix-up. This was happening before. So on that day when Radharani was late, this was happening before on another place. And on Lalita Kund, Radharani was late. And the Sakis were there on with the swing waiting for Radharani. And then at one point, Krishna saw Narada Muni in the sky. And then he understood that this is the right moment to fulfill the desire of Narada Muni. So he invited Lalita Saki to come and sit with him on the swing, but she didn't want. She was not, feeling comfortable because she wants Radharani to sit near Krishna. But in a way, Krishna was insisting, and the other Sakis took Krishna's side. So they pushed her, and she was finally sitting on the swing. So Narada Muni saw this, and he was very, very happy. And then he started traveling, and he went to Varshana, and he went near Srimati Radharani's home, and just to her window, he started singing, Lalita Krishna, Lalita Krishna, Lalita Krishna. And Srimati Radharani heard him, and she asked him, Muni, why are you singing Lalita Krishna? It's always you're singing my name, Radha Krishna, together. And he said, yeah, you don't know what is going on today in Lalita Kund. So she was really disturbed, and she started running towards Lalita Kund. And she came there, and Dinabandhu Prabhu said she assumed an angry mudra, angry position. It's like putting her hands on her waist and her feet stumbling her feet on the ground. And, like, what is going on here? And Lalita Saki got very, very disturbed and very unhappy. And then Krishna went to Srimati Radharani trying to pacify her. He started to massage her lotus feet. And he was like asking her, what is happening? What makes you angry? And she didn't want to listen to him. She was saying, just go away, just go away. Like, you are black outside and you are black inside. Like, you are not really, proper person, something like that. And then he was very, very humbly telling her, yeah, I think I know what happened. And I think I told you that, Narada Muni is a very, very special person. And then he loves to provoke things in the Leela. Like, he says one thing to one side, another thing to another side, and then there is some tension. And he was giving actually the example of Leela when Krishna was born. With the first child of Vasudeva, he said Vasudeva was very surrendered, and when he brought the first child of his and Devaki's to Kamsa, Kamsa somehow became moved, and he said, it's the Providence said, the 8th child of yours will kill me, so you just keep the child, and he didn't kill the first child immediately. But Vasudeva knew that he couldn't trust Kamsa. But in any case, he took the child back. And then Narada Muni came and said to Kamsa, you never know how this is going to happen, because all the demigods are taking birth in the Andaka and Vrishni dynasties. So you never know, maybe they are counting in a different way than you are counting. So he said, maybe that first child, it's the 8th child, like maybe they're counting from the back, and you're thinking that, like, he really twisted the mind, because he wanted the pastime to happen, more fastly, or somehow, to speed it up. And then Kamsa immediately said, yes, well, kill all the children of Vasudeva and Devaki, there is no way. And so the role of Narada Muni in the pastime is very, very particular. And I wanted to read to you the poem of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is describing the beautiful pastime. It is called the Yugala Aratik, but I don't know I'm not sure, because my husband is still here. We need a car. You don't want to go?
I know.
Yeah, because we need a car at 9 o'clock and shouldn't be late. So, I will stay. And I want to read this song to you. It's a very beautiful song, and this is Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugala Milana. The official name of this song is Shri Yugala Aratik, the ceremony of worshipping the divine couple. This song is taken from the book Gitavali, section called Arati Kirtan, and it's a song number 3. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has described the beauties of Shri Radha and Shri Krishna and how they complement each other. The gopis are incessantly rendering service at their lotus feet while they are swinging. Hopefully my phone opens the song. Yes, song is here. Maybe some of you know that song, but maybe not. And it is, in the past, we were always swinging Radha and Krishna in the Gaur Arati time. And the melody with which we sing this song is the same like Gaura Arati. And I will read you a translation of the song, so you can meditate while you are swinging, just in case the devotees are not singing it, and you can maybe sing it at home in front of your altar and remember this beautiful pastime. Glory, glory to the Arati Lalita and the gopis offer to Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. Wearing yellow garments and charming peacock feather crown, threefold bending Krishna is more handsome than Kamadeva. Dressed in blue garments, her complexion fair and her virtues glorious, King Vrishabhanu's daughter is on a playful Krishna's lap. Her many ornaments glisten, and her splendid face charms Krishna's heart. Vishaka and the other Sakis sing songs in many ragas. With chamaras, the Priyanama Sakis fan the divine couple, yearning to attain the lotus feet of Shri Shri Radha Krishna. Bhaktivinoda floats in happiness at the gopis' feet. And if you open this, it is on the ISKCONDesire3.com. The song, it looks like this. The Radha Krishna's picture is there. And you can also have a part where this song is, you can hear it sung by His Holiness Radhanath Swami. You can hear it sung by His Grace Jai Sachinandana Prabhu and sung by His Grace Shivaram Prabhu. Just in case you don't know how to sing it, you can understand it properly in that way. So I hope these pastimes and things I said brought joy to your heart and that you will come and swing Radha and Krishna very, very happily. And also remember that Gadadhara Pandit is Srimati Radharani and also Lalita Saki in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So thank you very much. If anyone wants to add something and ask something, please do it. Yes.
You mentioned that Kadarha is also Rukmini.
In the mood of Rukmini, because we know from the descriptions of Rukmini that she is always very calm, very soft, always very, very much in a serving mood and accepting everything that Krishna, sometimes Krishna is saying something which is a little provoking or, there are pastimes like that. And she always remains very calm and always tries to, accommodate Krishna. So Gadadhar Pandit's mood is very soft, very gentle. He comes and puts sandalwood on the Lord's face and he makes garlands always for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he suffers very much if he's separated from him. There is this description of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu trying to go to Vrindavan, and Gadadhar Pandit had taken a vow to serve Tota Gopinath deity for their whole life, but he wanted to go with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there was this discussion between them, like he said, if you are going to Vrindavan, I'm coming too. And Mahaprabhu said, no, you have taken the vow to stay with the deity, you cannot come. And he was saying, I don't mind about the vow. I can suffer the consequences of breaking the vow, but I cannot be without you. And there is this beautiful description, you can find it. So the mood of Rukmini is there. That's it. Something else?
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for a wonderful class. I would like to know, we have really worship and relationship with Shri God and Thai,
Mhm.
but not so much with the whole Panchatattva.
Mhm.
So how should we have a relationship in our daily practice with this Gadadhara?
Actually, we have daily chanting of Panchatattva Mahamantra,
Yeah.
and that's our before chanting holy name japa, before chanting holy name in kirtan, we always bow down to the whole Panchatattva. We are never separated from them. In our meditation, they are, like we commit many offenses, and it is said that by chanting the Panchatattva Mahamantra, all those offenses are annihilated, not that they are cancelled. So they are the highest merciful, connection for us. We are always connected with the whole Panchatattva. Of course, we have temples in which we have also Panchatattva complete, and the devotees worship all of the members. But it's not possible everywhere. It's only where they want to be worshipped like that. In the other temples, we have Lord Chaitanya accompanied by Lord Nityananda. And in some temples, in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line, we will have Gaur Gadai. We will have Gadadhar near Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worshipped. And in some temples, we will just have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We will have Radha and Krishna and only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worshipped. So we are always worshipping them every day, many times a day. So you are connected. It's on you then to make it more deep, like in your own practice, to know better the personalities. And that's why devotees are, like eagerly, even technologically now, giving us the possibility to interact with the transcendental tree of love of Godhead given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So do it. Do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the best to everyone. Have a wonderful day. And Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya eva cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.